All right, well, here to weigh in now on the latest actions there in the Middle East is retired U.S. Air Force Colonel Trey. He's the author of Doom 34, a firsthand account of the top secret mission that launched Operation Desert Storm. Colonel, thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, Anna, and thank you for having me, and good to see you again.
Yeah, you as well. So the president is saying he's going to declare the the Strait of Hormuz a U.S. territory. And of course, this gets the crowd really riled up. But how realistic is this? You've also got Iran's deputy foreign minister responding on X, saying in part the strait has been Iranian and will remain Iranian. What's your latest, what's your reaction to everything that's unfolding here and just how it's all being just publicized on social media and before crowds? What's really happening behind closed doors?
Well, let's go to President Trump first. I mean, that's an interesting strategy. And also look at his body language as he makes his statement, and also read the crowd. So I would say, that was a powerful statement. But if you look at the level of effort that's going on right now in the Strait, as far as the negotiating power and the blockade and even the escort power of the United States Navy, there's a lot going on there that if you look at it from that perspective, it kind of makes you feel like that could be possible. But time will tell if that's even a thing. Now, back over to the Iranian statement. We know that is a ridiculous statement. International law says that passageway is open to commercial traffic, open to open navigation. So again, interesting statements, tit for tat in this power struggle, if you will. And again, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be international waterway, but we're starting to see the consequences and what they've been able to do. War Secretary Pete Hegseth is saying that the U.S. Navy could maintain this blockade indefinitely, though, Colonel. So with your experience there in the Middle East, how does maintaining the blockade really strengthen the United States negotiating position as we look down the track?
Well, it gives us that deterrence power, first of all, and then then an active piece of military power to enact the blockade again against all the ports on the Iranian side, and also to support the Oman lane that they've created on the southern part of the passageway. And also, let's not forget that the Navy, U.S. Navy, has also cleared a passage in the middle of the strait free of Iranian mines. So there's a lot of activity happening there that's directly the result of U.S. Navy power. And until this is resolved, it will require a presence there in the Gulf. Let's also be reminded that the Gulf partners, if you will, while about a week ago kind of were silent through all this, have now become more vocal and have become more supportive of what the United States is doing because, as you pointed out, UAE has seen 2 strikes on their vessels lately, and there was one more a week ago. So a lot of activity happening with those states finally becoming more vocal and more against what the Iranian nation is doing.
This was all supposed to be a short conflict, and military families and Congress members, they're sounding the alarm. I'm sure you've seen this, multiple reports of these multiple sailors too aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln trying to go overboard amid this extended deployment that they've had. And President Trump is pushing back against the reports of mental health concerns and alleged poor conditions. Take a listen here.
Family members of U.S. service members are concerned about the conditions on board the USS Lincoln.
Well, no, that ship is moving. No, they're not. That ship is moving right now, or very shortly, and it's being replaced with another very similar ship.
Has the deployment's gone off too long?
No. Not nearly long enough.
Goodness. So here's what we do know here. The carrier, it's been deployed for over 250 days. And I want to hear your take as a veteran who spent a lot of time in the Middle East there. What are your thoughts on this extended deployment? They haven't had any opportunities to go into port, apparently. What do you think?
Well, let's talk for just a moment the reports coming out of that. So there's an old saying that I use a lot is consider the source. What we're finding out is a lot of the information coming out about the mental health issues and other issues on the Abraham Lincoln are coming to us via sailor reports, social media, or to their family. And I don't want to discount that they're not real, but let's remember this is a floating city of 5,000 plus sailors. So it's not going to be perfect, and it's not ever going to be like the 5-star hotel, especially 250 days at sea. I experienced the same thing post 9/11 strikes flying out of Diego Garcia. that is very much an isolated island in the Indian Ocean. So there were times where the food wasn't great, and there were times when the food was outstanding. And the same with the other quality of life issues during my time then deployed, 6 times over that period of post 9/11 military action. So I can tell you, it's not always the Taj, the perfect 5-star hotel at any given time, but we're proud, and the military is the best in the world, and they'll get through this.
Yeah, well, an emotionally tough thing for anybody to be at war, and our hearts and minds go out to all the military members in their service and all the service members' families as well, because the whole family serves as well. Retired U.S. Air Force Colonel Trey Morris, thank you so much for joining us today to weigh in.